Okay, so in this video, we're going to delve deeper into deductive argument form identification. So you guys have learned how to look at some arguments and, oh, that's modus ponens, that's modus tollens, that's denying the antecedent. Okay, now we're going to go next level in. Suppose I have an argument like this. If P, then Q, P, therefore Q. Immediately you'll see that this is modus ponens. Now look at this argument. P, if P, then Q, Q. What argument form is this? Also modus ponens. What's a lesson we can learn from this? Order of premises don't matter. Order of premises don't matter. Specifically, order of premises don't matter for which argument form it is. Okay, and hence, if it is a valid argument form, then it's going to be valid. So this is valid, this is valid. Order doesn't matter. So this is going to apply not only to modus ponens, but any of the other argument forms. So for example, this one's kind of harder to identify, but let's say I have not Q, premise 2, if P then Q, conclusion, not P. Okay, can you identify this? Not Q, if P then Q, therefore not P. It's modus tollens. Just flip this, if P then Q, not Q, therefore not P. And then it'll look more familiar to you. Okay, so that's the kind of the first point I want to make for this video. Order of premises does not matter. Okay, next lesson I want us to learn. And we'll have beginning practice on this. You want to learn how conditionals conversions can apply to an argument, and then we can determine its argument form and hence whether it's valid. So suppose I had an argument like this. P only if Q. P, therefore Q. And like, okay, is this argument valid? How do I figure this out? Well, remember, P only if Q just turns straight into if P then Q. So premise 1, P only if Q, is just saying if P then Q. Premise 2 is still saying P, Q. Aha! This is modus ponens. Okay, so, all right, so one thing I'm wanting you to be able to do is combine what we learned from a previous week, conditionals conversions, and apply it to your argument forms here. And then you can determine, let's say, whether this argument is valid or not. Here, we can. Okay. A third point I'm going to note, and this is for some of the practices we'll be doing, is in some cases you won't know the argument form, and then you have to be able to detect that you can't know. So for example, if I had an argument like this, if P then Q, and I had, let's see, premise 1, premise 2, and I had a not P, conclude Q, and I might ask you, what argument form is this? You should be able to detect, actually, we never learned this one. Okay. You might think, start thinking it's denying the antecedent, but denying the antecedent requires a not Q at the bottom. So this is just one we don't know, and so you should be able to detect what you don't know and what you do know among the argument forms you learned. Okay, so that's us diving a little bit deeper, and we'll be doing practice exercises on this in the Zoom session.